when I was playing here, Don was just the guy that he didn't have to give a speech. You know, he he gave a speech every day, whether we wanted it or not. You know, and I think that's one of the best things that one of the greatest things that I can remember is it was always about treating people right and doing the right thing, and how you handle yourself. And he had a unique way of saying things. We got life lessons from him daily, coming in and out of that field house and out of that equipment room. Well, he was a big stickler on making sure that you took care of your mouthpiece, and you know, he was a believer in you got one at the beginning of the year and you got to hold that sucker to the end. You get something, you take care of it. None of that stuff is ours. All that stuff belongs to somebody else, and we are just blessed to be able to use it. And he wants you to make sure that you take care of it. And whether it's a mouthpiece or whether it's a shoulder pad strap, it really didn't matter to him. You know, you've been given something. You've been given an opportunity to play football at Reitz High School. You need to take care of the stuff that takes care of you. If you take it, put it back. If you want to use it, ask. You know, that type of stuff, that elementary stuff that you're supposed to learn as a child. You know, those are still posted up there, that his rules of success, how to be a successful person. He's always trying to teach guys not just how to be a good football player, but how to treat people and how to be successful once football's over. Well, I think for me, in growing up working with him as a ball boy, and when my dad was coach here, I worked with him and a lot, because that was my role back then. And then playing for Coach Gaddis and him being the equipment manager, now being the head coach, and him working with us. You know, I think he's just a hard, tough individual, and he's an example of things don't come easy in life. You know, not everybody's given the opportunity that these guys have been given. Not everybody has their life handed to them on a silver platter, and that doesn't really matter. Because if you work hard and you put your nose to the grindstone and you tough things out, and when things get hard, you don't just walk away from it, you fight through it. I think that's probably the biggest thing that I've taken from him. He never gave up. He never quit. He never quit on a player. You know, he always just fought through adversity and enjoyed the good times and bad times as they came. And I think that's important for our guys to understand, and not just our football players, but our school to understand, our community to understand that. You know, life's hard sometimes, and it was hard for him. You know, he had a lot of things happen in his life that were not easy, and you never heard him complain. You know, he just came in every day and he worked through those things. And I think that's a lesson that our guys can take, not through high school, but through life. Toughness. You know, that's something that when I came in this last year, we really tried to work on the mental toughness aspect of the game. And you know, when it's hot outside, not just saying, well, you know, maybe we should just ease off a little bit and give these guys a little bit of a break because it's so hot, but fighting through those hard times and and pushing just a little bit harder, and as long as we do it in a safe way, you know, I think that's something that hopefully I'm instilling in our players and our coaching staff and myself, that, you know, this is a tough game for tough people, and he's given us the opportunity to watch him over decades. Of how he approaches life, and he approaches it with that same zeal and that same excitement of, you know, hey, look, we're come to work. You know, there's going to be hard times out there, and we're going to fight through them, and that's hopefully something that I'm instilling in our football program today.